Hey guys, this is Nikki, and today we are doing a sugar scrub cube video. I will be using a recipe from Soap Queen from a blog. You guys can tweak it as necessary. I tweaked it to make it a coffee scrub, and I want to add a few more things to the recipe, so I'm going to tweak it a little bit, but you guys can do the standard recipe or you can do your tweaking yourself. I'm not going to share my oils and things like that because it's all a preference on what you're using this product for. So I'm using mine for cellulite, so I'm using oils that are good for firming. So if you're not doing that and you want to do something for something else, you want to make sure you find the properties of the oils so that you can use them accordingly. Also, if you know you want certain types of scrubs, if you want a softer scrub, you want to use something softer like a brown sugar, or if you wanted to use something, I'm using white sugar and I'm also using demerara sugar. I'm using demerara sugar because it's a bit coarser. I have not tried this recipe with salt, but if that's something that you want to do, you can test that out. Or if you want to add different exfoliants, you can do so. I usually do it at about a tablespoon. Okay, so we are going to add 6 ounces of detergent-free soap, and you can use any kind of soap that you want. They have them in coconut, they have them in shea butter, they have them in triple butter, they have them in all different kinds of detergent-free soap. And chop these in small chunks. You can either melt this in the microwave, cover it with a plastic wrap. You can put it in the microwave, or you can melt it down on the stove. I'm going to melt mine down on the stove. I have a list of how I was formulating my recipe and just what I wanted it to basically do. Okay, so my exfoliants that I choose to use, and again, you have to measure out your proportions. You have to tweak your proportions to see how much you want to use. The recipe calls for 18 ounces of sugar, but I am going to use more. Again, you guys tweak the recipe to see what works best for you, to see what proportion of sugar you'd like to use. I'm using demerara sugar, and this is a little more coarse than white sugar. Not a little, a lot. It's more coarse. So I'm using that. I'm also using ground coffee, and I'm using dark brown sugar, but I'm using this. This is just a light exfoliant. This is not very coarse. If you want to add different exfoliants, you can do so. I usually do it at about a tablespoon. You can use jojoba beads if you want something that is not going to dissolve. The sugar is going to dissolve pretty quickly, so you want to make sure you have something, if you want it to be extra exfoliating, something that's going to complement the sugar so that it can last a little longer. If you feel like 18 ounces is not enough sugar for you and you're tempted to keep adding more, first test out your mixture first, because if you add too much sugar just before the soap starts to harden, you may not be able to put it into the packaging. So you want to make sure that you try out the 18 first, and then you add more as you need, but give it a chance to settle up so that you can see if you need to add more, or it's just that it didn't start settling yet. If you should add too much sugar and you don't have to throw away the mixture, you can add a little more oil and a little more soap until you get the mixture that you want, or you can pop it in the microwave for about 10 to 15 seconds and then let the soap melt a little bit, and then you start massaging it in to see how pliable it is, and then that way you'll be able to work with it. You don't want it to be too soupy, but you don't want it to be too too firm, so that you can't get it into your packaging. These are the containers that I like to use. I think these are very convenient because you can just pop 1 or 2 out and then take it into the shower or the bath. You don't want to introduce water to this product because you don't want to create bacteria, mold, fungus. So you don't want to introduce water, so you want to eliminate as many chances as you can to get water in this product. You don't necessarily have to use this tray for your container. This is what I like to use. I would encourage you to do something different. You can actually spread your mixture out into a mold and you can cut them into squares, or you can put it in an ice tray. You can also make little ice cream scoops out of these and store these in a jar. Those are really cute. I really like to do those as well, because it makes the ice, it looks like the ice cream scoop looks like an icy, so it looks really cool. So it's up to you however you want to package your product. This is my flat bottom silicone spatula, and actually this happened by accident, but this was a happy accident because it makes it easier to stir thicker products. It makes it easier to scrape it from against the side of the bowl, because you know with the bottom part it's a little flimsy, so you don't get to really scrape against the bowl. So you could do that with this. So this was a happy little accident. What we're going to do now is we're going to mix the ingredients together. I am not fragrancing this because I think the coffee and the cocoa powder and all those things are going to be enough. So this is going to be unscented. And if you used a regular melt and pour, you would see that these ingredients together set up really fast. So this is another reason why I like to use detergent-free soap, because you have a little bit more time to play with it. And so I do the soap in the bowl first, and then add the oil, and we slowly pour the oil in, mix that together. At this point, if you didn't do a recipe, mine is for coffee, but if you did something that is fruity or something different, and you had added fragrance and you added color, you would do that in the soap phase. So you would add it to the melted soap, you add the colorant to the melted soap, and also I like to add the fragrance oil to the melted soap, and then introduce those items all together. And now we slowly pour in the soap. We'll slowly pour in our exfoliant. And I did not sift it, but you can if you'd like. I usually don't because I'm going to mix this with my hands, and I can break up the chunks with my hands. And again, I just want to state that if you notice that your mixture is firming up a little too much and you've added the proper measurements and everything and it's just firming up, you could just pop this in the microwave, like I said, for 10-15 seconds, and then it'll soften up a little bit. You don't want it to melt, you just want it to soften up so that you can get it pliable. And it should be about like this. This looks like a brownie. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. And now it's time to put them in the containers. Okay, so we're just going to use paper towel, clean up around the outside and close it and put labels on it. Allow it to dry a little bit before you do that, and I'm going to show you what it looks like if you made them into scoops and then you put them in a container, like maybe an 8-ounce container or a 12-ounce container, 10-ounce. You could also put it in an ice cream cup. Anything like that. Just try to be creative with your packaging, because people fall in love with packaging. So just try to be creative. You can call them ice cream scoops, you can call them ice scoops, you can call it gelato, you can call it whatever you want. So with that being said, let's get on to that part. Okay, so you can use the mini scooper or you can use the full size. The mini ones, I'm assuming, is about the size of one part of the tray. So this is one, and this could probably be enough for your butt, thighs, and stomach. But if you want to do full body, you can go for the full scoops, and you just scoop it up like ice cream. There you go. I'll do another one for you. And also, if you feel that your mixture got a little hard, you can massage that a little bit to see if it softens up without you putting it in the microwave, because that also works. So that's 1, 2. So these, you can do them in scoops like this, and it'll be a single use thing. They could take this, take it into the shower and use that, or you could do a full body. I'm just going to throw those back into the bowl. You can put it in a container, something like this. A bigger container, you could also put them in like mason jars. You can put them in, you can go to Dollar Tree if you want to and get larger jars to put them in, decorative jars. It's totally up to you however you would like to package it, but these are just ideas for these are just different ideas of packaging ideas. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so very much. This is what my finished product looks like, and I'll have to put my label on it. But thank you so much for watching. Like this video, please comment if you have any questions. We could continue this conversation on Facebook, and share the video, you guys. Share the video with everybody you know. And if you have tried this recipe and you liked it, or you tried it, it didn't work, whatever, just come back over here and comment and let me know what you think, how you feel about it, and if there's anything that you need to work out in this recipe. So again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Nikki. Join us on all social media. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook at Bubble Babes University, and also sign up at bubblebabesuniversity.com for the early bird discount for the new improved course. That's it, also for your freebies. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous day.